Hey guys, what's going on? My name is James Mason. In this video, I'm going to show you my little trick that helps me make, these gains that I make. If you watch any of my other videos, any of my other trades, these thousands of dollars of gains, I'm going to show you how, or not how, what I look at that helps me out in this. So first off, if this is the first time viewing my channel, please subscribe and hit the notification button so you can get my videos. And I have something coming out here relatively soon that will help a lot of people out who trade options. So let's get into it. So for people who predominantly trade penny stocks, this won't really pertain to you, being that the OTC market kind of does its own thing and doesn't really trade with how the market and economy is going. So here it is. I got Thinkorswim up, and I have Netflix up and SPA right now, and these will play a large part into what I am going to show you. So hold on a second. Okay, sorry about that. So here it is. Slide it over, if I can get it over. All right, so what is this that I just put right there? Well, this is the US government Treasury Bonds, 10-year bonds. Now what would this have to do with trading stocks? So with the US bonds, basically it measures investor sentiment into our economy, basically. So without having to explain everything, about all these bonds and everything, I just want to show you the patterns and what helps me. So when this starts setting up, and I'm going to scroll back a little bit. This little box is probably going to pop up next. But as you look at the times down here, obviously this is 3 a.m., this is 6 a.m. Well, the U.S. Stock Exchange is currently closed then. As this gets closer, you can see the time down here as I move around. As this gets closer to the market opening. Now, at the recording of this video, I am currently located in Central Time, so adjust this accordingly to your time zone. So the market opens for me at 8:30. As this starts getting closer to the market opening, you can see right here, it starts making this bullish run with these green candlesticks. And I'm sorry for the people who are viewing this on their phones. My videos are honestly best to view on a desktop or laptop, whatever, just because larger screen, and I'm usually showing you charts so you can see the details. So you see all these green candlesticks, so these bonds are getting very bullish. Well, that's just these bonds being bought up around the world, and people are buying them up. Well, if you look down here, look at this MACD and compare it to the RSI. Well, the RSI, it shoots way over 70. So it's super hot at this point. And at this time frame, it's around 8 o'clock to basically 8:25. So for Eastern Standard Time, 9 o'clock to 9:25. So 5 minutes before the market closes, opens, it's already starting to set up to tank. So if you're looking at these MACDs on these bonds, you see this, it pumps up right here, and then it just starts dropping off and getting smaller. And so If you look up here, you see this massive red candlestick, and so you start seeing this massive sell-off because it had pumped up so high in the pre-market from the day before. So if you look right here, you'll see it reverse on this MACD, and then it just keeps tanking, and it's just a complete sell-off. So as this opens, you'll start seeing this sell-off happen at the beginning of the market. And with how I trade, I usually don't buy as soon as the market opens. I know a lot of people do, but as soon as that market opens, you're going to get the worst price possible on everything, just because there's so much volatility, and it's just craziness if you're in a stock that's trading a lot of shares. So I'll wait a few minutes to see how it starts playing out, and then I'll go ahead and execute my trade. So I can already see this formulating to sell off a couple minutes before the market opens. It had dropped so drastically right here, and then massive candlestick, and at market open, there's another one, and then 5 minutes later, another massive one, and massive candlesticks on the MACD, and you can see this with the RSI. So you always want to trade with how the market is moving. So let's look over here. This is SPY, ticker SPY, the S&P 500. You can see right here how it's not a direct pattern. A lot of times it will be pretty similar to a direct pattern, but you got to look at this more so in the direction it's moving. So if you have a strong sell-off or a strong bullish run over here, then there's a pretty good chance that the majority of these larger cap stocks are going to move in that direction. Now there's a few other things that could affect it, like earning reports and bad news, good news, things like that. But a market as a whole, that's what I'm talking about. So I can see the sell-off. And if you look at the S&P 500, sell-off all the way down here, and then you see this bounce. Well, this bounce, well, it starts right here at 920. Let's look at 920 over here. So there it is, 920. You see these bonds, they have a little bounce. Well, here's your little bounce, and then it goes back down. So it's going back down, and you have another little bounce on the S&P right here, and then you have this slight little bullish run on the bonds, which this starts at 1055. So at 1055, you really don't see it right here drastically. I mean, if you look over here, this looks more drastic for a bullish run than over here. I mean, you really don't see it over here, but that's what this slight little hump is right there. So nothing major overall. So let's go to the end of the day. Well, on the S&P, you see it running up right here, and here is the end of the day. So at the end of the day, you see that bullish run on the US bonds, which it pushes this right here, and that's how you got that. So how does this translate to anything beyond the S&P? Well, let's just start looking at ticker NFLX, Netflix. Overall, Netflix just kind of bled out the whole day. It really didn't follow the pattern for the S&P and not really the US bonds. But like I said a couple minutes ago, the direction. It was a strong sell-off here, and so basically, this was just selling off the whole day. And at the end of the day, right here, you have that slight little bullish run. And pretty much, that last bullish run is the only thing that kind of matches all of this for Netflix. Well, let's look at Apple. So ticker AAPL. So obviously selling off over here. You see it right here. Apple opens up and it just kind of like starts selling off. It pretty much starts following the same pattern as the S&P. And then, you have this green candlestick right here, and that kind of reversed it a little bit right here. But then it bounced back down and had a little spike, and then it went down a decent amount. So you can see that, as you go through, and you just follow it. So as you're looking at the US bonds, it's the same thing. You still see that the bonds are selling off. And with these larger cap stocks, overall, they're selling off. And then, let's look at Microsoft. So Microsoft opens up, Microsoft pretty much follows the S&P, out the gate for a little bit, and then sell off, and this first hump, and then it kind of just trades sideways. At the end of the, hold on, wrong one. At the end of the day, still they have that little bullish run, just the way everything else has been. So, costs for Costco. Like I said a minute ago, there's certain things that can affect this, and this is something to help you out a lot, but it's not something to basically set it in stone for every trade that you make, for every ticker. But if you are looking at things pre-market, and you should be before you start day trading, look at the US bonds, and I'll put the link in the description. Look at the US bonds, see if it's matching the S&P. And then find a ticker that is matching the S&P and the US bonds. And that will be the ticker that you want to trade, because you want something that is pretty much following the same pattern. So I hope this helps you out. And like I said, I will put that link in the description. And like I said, for the people who trade options, there'll be something coming out relatively soon. So if you subscribe to my channel, you'll get the notification for it when I drop it out, onto my YouTube channel. For anybody else, if you look at my playlist, I have a free 8-hour stock trading course. And there's 2 different playlists. I teach it in 2 different styles. Playlist 1, I teach it with EMAs. Playlist 2, I teach it with Bollinger Bands. So it pretty much comes down to preference. It's the same information in both of them. It's just what you like. So, hey, I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video. Please give me a like, please subscribe, and please share this video for me. I would appreciate it. So, like always, I'll see you in the next one.